all the scars have gone now. As guest stars go...
It did pretty well.
Yeah, did pretty well. Bit prickly.
It's all yours!
Whoa, Echo, do you mind?
Oh, fuck, I'm so sorry, son.
Whoa, do you mind? A little bit longer than that.
Sorry.
Too early. Too early. Whoa, do you mind?
God, no, you carry on.
I worked with Xander about, God, I don't know, probably getting on for 10 years ago now when we did 4 series of Armstrong and Miller together. So we've known each other for a long time, and that really helps, of course, when you're creating a relationship such as Liz's and Patrick's. You sort of have a shorthand, I think, with actors when you know them. You don't have to be polite, you can cut to the chase.
Busy?
Yes, very. Actually, I was thinking of going to lunch if you want to join me.
I've got a meeting with Harry.
Oh, has he decided to change the models yet?
No, that's the thing about Harry. Once he makes up his mind, he sticks to it.
Very admirable. I had a dog like that once.
Patrick and Liz are great and also a disaster. They're a sort of car crash. They adore each other and they're deeply in love, but they just can't be together.
Liz may yet prove Patrick's salvation in that she might just be what switches him into being an adult.
Liz has been very, very hurt by Patrick. Really, he shouldn't have a chance at all. He's, you know, he really did let her down badly.
It's never spelled out exactly what happened, but in the week preceding our wedding, because Liz and I were engaged, Patrick was caught shagging the cleaner. It's what you might call a suicide shag. You know, he was terrified of the fact that he was about to get married and he was suddenly going to have to be a grown-up.
Okay, so tell me again.
What?
Tell me why I should put myself through all that shit again.
What shit?
Us being together. All that shit.
Oh, it's just a little harsh, isn't it?
Just tell her, you idiot.
Oh, it's a big smelly.
We just met. We're playing cards.
Don't tell me, tell her.
They just know each other so well. They know how the other one thinks. They have this great rapport. They're always sort of at each other, but in quite a challenging and sexy way, I think.
Equally, his charm, his sort of fabled charm doesn't really work on Liz. She sees right through it.
I think Liz understands Patrick and accepts his weaknesses, if you like, the fact that he is a bit immature and a bit of a kid, and I think she likes that in him.
And Patrick still works very much on sort of playground principles, really. I don't think he's ever really matured beyond that.
Time and time again, throughout this series, there are moments where she's pretty much opening up to him, saying, "Hey, what's going on? You know, I'm here. Come and get me." But he doesn't. He just can't. He just can't bring himself to take that last step. The moron that he is.
Again, he's a child. He'll want something the minute he looks like someone else is going to have it. And then if he suddenly has it and it's sort of in the bag, he'll then think, yeah, I've got it now. That's fine. I won't commit to it.
We keep hoping that maybe Patrick might change his ways. Maybe he'll do the right thing. He wants to, but he can't. He's gagged in some way, emotionally.
God, Patrick, look at you. Kicked out of your flat, bullied out of your own office, food stains on your shorts. Where's your pride?
Suddenly having Harry circling sort of really offends his sense of the natural order of things. And Patrick, to his credit, is shallow enough not to be utterly devastated. You know, he's not sort of... He's angry, I think, more about the Harry relationship with Liz rather than hurt.
She's sort of gone the other end of the scale and just looked at Patrick and thought, right, who is not like Patrick? Oh, Harry.
The main thing is they're your clothes and you're in charge. Is this still arbitration?
Harry's character, I don't like him. I enjoy playing him, but I don't like him. He's the only thing I could say, he's amazingly confident in anything that he does, which I wouldn't mind a little bit more of that myself.
I mean, he's called Harry Seed, for God's sake. He's a villain of the old school, really. I mean, he does everything wrong. He's a sort of mean character, and he'll just hold your gaze unblinkingly in a sort of rather disconcerting way, and for a long time. That's how Lee plays him. I think it's just brilliant.
I think Harry more and more gets to loathe Patrick as the weeks go on. He looks back on their relationship and just thinks, how did I ever get involved with this twat?
I think Harry's driven to get rid of Patrick because Patrick is just infuriating, and Patrick's just a flaky bastard and won't ever do anything he says he's meant to do.
He won't go away. He's like this really annoying fly in Harry's room that just won't leave. I think they did have a very good relationship with each other when they first met. I think they got along because they're absolute chalk and cheese.
They have a sort of relationship, but it's based on Patrick being this sort of little puppy who's enthusiastic and has moments, and presumably in the past has had flashes of brilliance, whereas Harry has a game plan. Harry knows what he's doing.
Like Harry is real working class made good, and Patrick is very middle class gone bad.
Harry, from the word go, was always quite a hard player. One of the things he shows Patrick is how he's just sort of taken all the cash out of various other companies that he's taken over. He's just sort of sucked them dry and sort of siphoned off the cash to some sort of offshore account. And I think he shows this to Patrick, and Patrick thinks, oh, God, he's brilliant. Does not realise, thinking, oh, God, he's great. I want to be... And this is Patrick's playground mentality again. You know, I want to be in his gang.
I think Liz is a good match for both men. She's quite smart, Liz. She's pretty clever and she's ambitious, and I think Harry finds that attractive, I would say. Yeah. And I think with Patrick, they just both really get on.
And in fact, there's always a sort of distant when they're talking. You just think, whoa, hang on.
I think she likes it that she doesn't quite know what he's going to do next. She likes to be kept on her toes, and stable Harry isn't going to really light her fire.
He's definitely fallen in love, big time, I think. Maybe for the first time in his life, actually.
He looks after his lady, you know. He's making sure his lady's all right, taken care of, and he shits all over everybody else.
Harry is the sort of person one would imagine probably knows quite a lot of rather dodgy and unpleasant people. But Harry himself, I think, is principled enough not to resort to menaces, I should have thought. I think Harry in his own right is menacing enough.
I think he can get deep down and dirty with the best of them in the business world. But I think in terms of his intentions with Liz, I think they're very straight and honourable, you know.
I sort of imagine Liz and Harry have good sex and get on in day-to-day life, but emotionally, I think for Liz, it doesn't go very deep.
He's a really sad man, you know. He's prepared, even though he knows she probably doesn't love him. I think he's thinking, yeah, she'll come round in the end. I mean, that must be just awful, wasn't it? To go through with something when you think, this person...
I'm making a big mistake.
Yeah,
I do.
Doesn't love me.
I think her heart is with Patrick, but her head is with Harry.
Well,
but they're all miserable, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They're all in tears.
Up there. I'm bored. Was that real?
Dev
yeah.
kisses you. He kisses you at our anniversary party. Dev kisses me, though. I don't kiss him. Well, it takes two to tango.
There's this love triangle. In inverted commas, love triangle. It isn't.
But
it's Dev. It's a love
did you not
straight
lead
line.
him on a because I haven't seen any of the stuff that you two have done together, so...
Yeah, you'll see I'm completely blameless.
This looks a bit funny, don't you think?
How do you mean?
Well, I don't know, I can usually tell if something's not right. People give off an aura. Some people actually see it, see what colour it is. What? Well, I can't see colours, but I can sense changes.
What the hell are you talking about?
Liz's aura.
Her aura? Nobody has an aura. The utter balls you come out with.
Lee feels as guilty as if she had, like, been shagging him, you know.
Well, you did withhold the information.
Yeah.
I would think that the deceit of not even telling me probably hurts more because she sees things in such a black and white way that it's not logical. There's no way. It takes two, you know. There's no way. It's just my husband. My husband isn't the dysfunctional one here. Women always blame the female, don't they?
Yeah. It's just him being a prat.
But withholding it makes it a bigger issue than it actually was then.
Yeah.
And what about the flowers and?
But that's him. I think Lee is going to certainly not brush this experience off and move on. I think it's really painful for her as well because, you know, we are best friends. It might be a friendship that's based on, like, sniping at each other and, you know.
I know about you and Dev. You got nothing to say?
It wasn't me.
Well, that was anything. He was quite innocently minding his own business, and this undersexed, grieving woman threw herself on him.
See, I told you it takes two.
Oh.